David, and today we're going to be presenting about Drunken Moon Lake. Now, this place is not only a place where students can come and gather and relax, but it's also filled with a lot of history and biodiversity. I'll first let him introduce.
First, I'm going to talk about the history of the Drunken Lake. It used to be called Yunnan Pond. In the early days, it functioned as a regulating pond for the Liugong Canal irrigation system. In 1972, the university improved the area by building an arch bridge and a pavilion in the middle of the lake. The lake was redesigned into three connected ponds, one large pond and two smaller ones. The name Drunken Moon Lake was first used in 1973 when the Student Graduation Association held a rowing competition here. The name has been used ever since. In 2011, the lake was renovated and transformed into a more ecological lakeside environment. Later in 2017, a landscape area featuring the old Liugong Canal waterway was added on the south side, making the area even more attractive for visitors.
Hello. I'm going to introduce the scenery of Lunar Pond. Okay, according to NTU Web, Lunar Pond covers an area of about 8,433 square meters and is divided into three parts. The large one over here and the middle one and a small one. Okay, and Lunar Pond with an average depth of 2 meters, 也就是平均深度2公尺。Okay. For people who often pass by Lunar Pond, the most memorable sight is, I guess, 大大小小的 goose and geese. Oh, goose and ducks, geese and ducks. Sorry, geese and ducks. So today I'm going to introduce these geese and ducks. Okay, the first question is how to tell the difference between goose and a duck. Okay, the easiest way to tell the difference is to look at their beak. Beak 就是它的喙，就是嘴巴。A goose 就是鹅。Goose beak is thicker and rise almost to the height of the eyes， 就是很厚，然后大概从下巴到鼻梁的这个高度。And duck's beak is flatter and longer, so duck is a bit cute. Like 可达鸭、唐老鸭, they're all ducks. Okay, and another way is to listen to their sounds. Geese sounds like ah ah ah, and ducks makes a quack 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 sound. Okay. Return to the main point. The most common ducks at the Lunar Pond is 红面番鸭。红面番鸭 is black feathers and red face， 就是黑色羽毛跟红色的脸，应该很常看到。Okay, and the most common goose is the 华鹅。English name is Chinese goose, which is a typical goose with white feathers and a yellow beak. Okay.
有点进去哦。
And then I am going to talk about a history story about the lake. There was a bridge connecting the Guttable, and years ago a girl and her boyfriend were going to break up, and the girl couldn't accept that, so they decided to meet up and negotiate about that in the Guttable. But the boy didn't show up, and so the girl committed the suicide and jumped in the lake, and after that, college thought that is too dangerous, so college removed the bridge from between gazebo, and the story didn't end. After that, someone said that when you walking along the lake in the evening, the girl's ghost will ask you, "What time is it?"
可以有爱。
So yeah, that's the history and the biodiversity of Drunken Moon Lake. And as you can see, the lake is actually green instead of like what normally you would expect a lake to be like blue or clear, right? But the reason the lake is green is because it's actually very natural and there's a lot of like algae and plants at the bottom. So it's the area is very protected, and you can't harm the animals or the plants in the area, which means NT was working very hard to maintain the biodiversity and the life within this area, which is very nice to hear. And that is all for our presentation. Thank you very much.
Woo! Woo!